Okay, this is Vice Grip Garage's latest video where he's got like 75 F250, something like that, where somebody had done a swap. It was originally a 390 in there, and somebody swapped this like a 351 Windsor. Just a little bit different engine, but the gas tank, he didn't trust it, so he just put like a 5-gallon boat tank in there. Let me tell you something I did. I had like an 80, like a Dodge half-ton pickup. Now, it's got a 225 with slant 6 in there, but that gas tank that was in there was one of those plastic ones, and I couldn't patch it. I eventually found one at a wrecking yard. I'm going to get to an interesting story on that tank later, but now what I did, before I found that tank, I took two 6-gallon jerry cans, the plastic. They had there's a main place to fill them at a little vent hole in the back. So what I did, I jabbed a 1/4-inch line down to the bottom, and it soldered a piece of I think it was 5/16 tube. I think I ran 5/16 under the bed of the pickup, and I had an electric fuel pump, which you call a clicky clack. But I just bypassed the fuel pump on the engine, and right up to the carburetor. I think I had a pressure regulator on there, so I didn't overload the carburetor. But you can actually, I didn't have a fuel gauge, but I could actually see the level in the tanks. At 260 will give me 12 gallons. That give me a pretty good cruising range. The point with that little 225, I get pretty good gas mileage in that little slant 6. Those little engines are almost indestructible. They will wear out, but like I said, they're almost indestructible, but not quite. But on that pickup, part of the frame cracked. And I eventually just parked it. In fact, I still own it. It's actually parked at a friend of mine's place, but it's pretty much just parked now, pretty much just rusting out down there. But eventually found a tank. The original tank was probably like about 25 gallons or something, and I found one that fit the brackets and stuff, was like about a 40-gallon. And maybe about 15, 18 years ago, something like that, we had here in Arizona for the metro, there's a gas pipeline that goes down south of Tucson. That something had broke down there, and they were bringing up gas from somewhere, gasoline from somewhere else, and one station would fill up. Actually, the TV news, they'd have a helicopter over this big 10,000-gallon tanker coming in. Say, okay, the ARCO at 51st and Van Buren will have gas for the next couple hours, and everybody would swarm that gas station, which is really weird. But I had that 40-gallon tank, that I only did this twice. But I had it at one of these places. The TV news was saying this station's going to have gas, and I filled my tank. And I said I only did that twice. By that time they had that gas line patched up, and hasn't been a problem since then. But I don't know how many people remember when that gas line broke down there. But I said, dude, if you ever want to, and if someone wants, I'll draw a little picture of what I did. But like I said, it worked. The only problem, it was not emission legal. Here in Arizona, you got to. They emissions test a tank, and it wasn't legal. So, before I passed the emissions, I had to get a good tank and put in there so it would pass the test. I don't know about Tennessee. I don't know what type of emissions test they do there. But, to drive something across country, you can take 2 6-gallon cans and just something like that. And that would get you really, really good cruising range. Okay, put that out there. I said, if you want to draw a little picture, or if you want to email me, if you want me to email you with something, I can. But it's pretty simple. It's easy to figure out. Love your videos, dude.